All supervisors are present. Citizen comments. Any citizens wishing to speak? Any citizens' comments? You have 5 minutes. Please state your name and address for the record. Seeing none, citizen comments are closed. Announcements of the chair. I have a few. I want to thank County Executive Cruiser and the administration for the budget that they have brought forward this year. I want to thank all the department and division heads for all the hard work they've done in this budget. I'd like to thank all the county board supervisors with the long hours and time they've put in for this budget. This was not an easy budget. I appreciate all the time and effort. I'd like to especially thank Supervisor Noodle for the long hours he's put into this budget. And I think moving forward, we can have a positive result. With that, that's all I have. Supervisor reports. Supervisor Alverman, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Last evening we held our facilities Public Works meeting. Just a couple of highlights. Unfortunately, some of our aims have changed as far as Public Works with the early onset of winter. A couple of things. We've had excessive high water almost the entire year, and because of that, we have another road closure. Highway W is closed between Highway F and JI in the town of Wheatland. Due to excessive water along the Fox River, we've had the state and our people out looking, doing some soil borings to see what the future holds for us there. Unfortunately, we certainly don't have a plan together. If you remember last year, we did some heavy sheeting on Highway W, but that was a 2-year process. This just came upon us. We've had an eye on this for years, but never thought it was going to get to this point. So that is going on in highways. Our paving is complete. We were able to complete the season, all the miles, and all the contracted work that our paving crew had for the local municipalities. We were not able to continue or complete some paving that we had at the golf courses. It was pulverized and things just went downhill for us on weather. Phase 1 of the Highway S project is now not on track, as I've been reporting. It was supposed to be bids out for circulation today. The state has pushed it back till February for the packets to be ready for people to bid on. Phase 2 is still on schedule for April of Highway S, and Highway F reconstruction is still on phase for March. In parks, we had another award given to Kenosha County Parks. If you remember, 2 years ago, we were way above the norm as far as how we handled the emerald ash borer, and we received an award from the Wisconsin Forestry Association. This one is for boundless adventures in Kenosha County Parks. We've been awarded the Wisconsin Park and Recreation Association Silver Star Award for creative service, delivery, marketing, and partnerships. It's actually quite prestigious, and they have no examples of the type of partnership that we formed with Boundless Adventures. So Mr. Collins was actually today, I believe, receiving that award. All the hard work that was put in on that, and the county board, the time the county board put in to it also. This is our reward, and hopefully many seasons to come. The beer garden at Petrifying Springs is closed. They planned on being open a little bit longer, but again, the park rentals, and right now we're just working on winter preparation, forestry operations, that type of thing. Golf course, the Brightondale course closed today, and that was way ahead of schedule. The course conditions, inability for golfers to get around, it just wasn't paying, so we're moving everything as last year was done to pets. Golfers will still be able to golf Kenosha County golf courses when it is above 40 degrees. We also are going to have the new golf simulator at Pets, and our end-of-the-year sale at Pets for equipment. Anderson Arts Center, 90% complete, and will be done here before, hopefully, the worst of winter sets in. And the Kenosha County Center, chiller replacement. This is a project to replace the rooftop chiller and reconditioner the 3 ice storage tanks on the second floor. We accepted a bid for $253,000. $260,000 was our estimate for this project, and that will be completed by April. Planning and development remodeling is ongoing, and that should be done here actually in a couple weeks. Had a schedule, doing well. That's all I have this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Alverman. Supervisor Berg, you have the floor.
At our Human Services Committee today, this evening, we had Ms. Donna Rhodes come speak about her position in the gang intervention, as the gang intervention supervisor and in charge of the Summer Youth Employment Program. She spoke about how 11 years ago we started with 1,140 youth arrests. We're drastically down to this year. For the past 5 years, it's been less than 400. This year we had 227 at-risk youth work 20 hours a week over the summer. Each one of them received a half a credit through KOSD. We have 30 work sites that we've partnered with. And lastly, they created a new mural in the Job Center. The 14 and 15-year-olds that are involved in the Summer Youth in the Arts Program created a Can You Jump As Far As mural, which includes a raccoon, a chipmunk, a grasshopper, squirrel, or a fox. So next time you're at the Job Center, see how far you can jump. We ended the meeting with thanking her for coming. Now that's the end of the budget. There's been a lot of negatives, and it was nice to get a nice breath of fresh air from her. So thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Berg. Seeing no other supervisor reports are closed. County Clerk.
Old business ordinance 6, second reading to required from the Planning Development Extension Education Committee, and ordinance moratorium on adult entertainment establishments pending review. Decker, yes. Skalitsky, yes. Poole, yes. Nordigan, yes. Rodriguez, yes.
Supervisor Decker, you have the floor.
Thank you. Move ordinance 6.
A motion by Supervisor Decker and a second by Supervisor Skalitsky. Supervisor Decker.
This ordinance would set a 6-month moratorium on adult entertainment establishment applications pending review and possible revision of Chapter 12.22-6 of the Kenosha County Municipal Code. Revisions may be required to meet new state mandated criteria, and the Planning and Development and Extension Education Committee reviewed this item at our meeting on October 9th, 2019, and recommended approval.
Thank you. Seeing no discussion on this item, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ordinance passes.
Ordinance 7 from the Finance and Administration Committee, an ordinance regarding civil service ordinance changes. Rose, yes. Ron Frederick, yes. Gens, yes. Kubicki, yes. O'Day, yes. Poole, yes. Wambolt, excused.
Supervisor Rose, you have the floor.
All right, thank you, and I would move the ordinance.
A motion by Supervisor Rose and a second by Supervisor Ron Frederick. Supervisor Rose.
All right, thank you. The civil service ordinance deals with the selection of deputy sheriffs. This is a longstanding ordinance which we, from time to time, review and include substantive or substantial changes or more or less housekeeping type changes. I would say that the committee has reviewed the ordinance here, and the kind of changes here are more of the housekeeping type of changes and do not include anything substantive that needs to be brought to the board's attention. The committee has reviewed this and urges your adoption this evening.
Thank you, Supervisor Rose. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ordinance passes.
Approval of the October 15th, 2019 County Board meeting minutes by Supervisor Gens.
Supervisor Gantz, you have the floor.
I move the approval of the October 15th, 2019 minutes.
A motion by Supervisor Gantz. Second by Supervisor Rodriguez. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Meetings are approved. Can I have a motion to adjourn Sindai? I have a motion by Supervisor Celebrity and a second by Supervisor Uhas. All those in favor say aye. Aye. We are adjourned Sindai.